So, the topic today, why condo life is better than anywhere else in BGC or in the Philippines. Why do I choose condo life? We're going to talk about that right now. It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia. How are things today? Today I'm in my condo, and I know I get a lot of flack because everybody says they can pay less, but I'm in Bonifacio Global City, BGC, and I do it for the convenience, and I love it here. Okay, so I've lived in condos ever since I moved here over 2 years ago. This is the second condo I've lived in since I've been here. The first one was at Fairways Tower in BGC also, and I was paying 40,000 peso a month for that. So that came to about, at the time, was a little under $800 a month US. And then by the time I moved out, it was closer to 700 with the exchange rate being so good. Right now, I'm paying 35,000 peso a month for my condo I'm at now. With the current exchange rate, my last this June payment I made was just under $600. $594 was the exchange rate for 35,000 pesos. So really, really good, really cheap. My expenses are about 1/3 of what I would be paying for a similar place in the similar city in the U.S. So I really like what the prices I pay and everything here in BGC, and I love the amenities. I talk about that a lot, about loving how convenient everything is and walkable in BGC. But I want to talk about condo life in particular. Now, all my life I've lived in houses or apartments. I guess I lived in a condo when I was in Carmel, Indiana, for about a year, and I liked it. I liked the condo life. I think they called it a condo, but I don't know. Anyway, but here it's like high-rise condos. I'm on the 29th floor, so it's pretty high up. But I was on the 22nd floor at Fairways Tower. So I've lived in these condos for over 2 years now, and I really like it. There are things I miss about living in a house with a yard. You miss that yard, but then I don't miss having to mow it every week and having to pull weeds and spray and make it look good for the neighbors and all that stuff. So those things I don't miss. But condo life is good, and I'll tell you the things that I really like about condo life living here in the Philippines. Number one is security. You are extra secure. Your family, your belongings are extra secure if you live in a condo, because the majority of condominiums here, especially in BGC, but all over the Philippines, have security entries. So you can't just walk in and go to the elevator and go up to a condo unit without security stopping you and making sure that you belong in that building, and making sure that the person you're visiting wants you to come see them. So you're going to have, with my particular tower, there's a gate, and so there's a guard at the gate, and there's a gate that comes down and at the entrance, and so nobody can enter unless the guard lets you in. Now you have to have a good reason to come in, and then when you walk into the lobby, there's another security guard, usually more than one, and what they'll do is they will take you over to the front desk, and then you have to state your business. So if you're there to visit me or whomever, you have to say, I'm here to visit JJ, and they will call up to my room, up to my unit, and say, hey, there's so-and-so's down here. He wants to see you, or she wants to see you. And then I will say it's okay. And then they'll let them in. Super secure in condominiums, whereas in housing or apartments, you may be in a gated community, which helps a little bit. But if you're not in a gated community, You may have a fence around your property, or kind of a wall. But does that make you secure? You don't have guards unless you hire one, but you don't have guards. So you're kind of at the mercy of your surroundings, basically. So depending on where you're at in the Philippines, you may be in a safe neighborhood. You may not be in such a safe neighborhood. And I'll tell you what, if you're an expat and they think you have money, you may be a target. And so if you go around flaunting money, wearing nice jewelry and watches and that sort of thing, and showing your money around, showing off, you become a target. And before you know it, they're going to find out where you live. And you might be a victim of a burglary or a break-in or a robbery or something like that. So you have to be very careful. Condominiums, you really don't have to worry about any break-ins or robberies or burglaries. It just doesn't happen in condominiums. And if it does, it's very rare. And it's because the condominium tower isn't providing the proper security like most of them do. So number two is amenities. So if you live in a house or an apartment, you may not have the amenities that you would get by living in a condo. And amenities meaning pool. And we got a nice pool here, and most condominiums have nice pools, at least one. Some of them have multiple pools. I know Surrendra, has several pools. They have like 5 towers, so they have several pools that you can swim in. They've got lap pools, they've got kiddie pools, they've got regular pools, they've got all that. And then other amenities including a workout facilities. So gyms or whatever you want to call them, they've got that. We have one here. It's small, but it's efficient. And some have more elaborate workout facilities than others. They also have other things that are good, like they've got a basketball court. They have a pickleball or a volleyball court also. And so they have those facilities as well. So if you're into volleyball or pickleball or basketball or something like that, you've got that too, along with your workout facility and your pool. So the amenities are nice. And another reason I like, especially this condo tower, is that they do special things for the community here. The people who live in the tower, they have special events. Like they're going to do they did a Valentine's evening. So my girlfriend and I went out, and they had free food. They had free finger food, appetizers, and they had wine, and they served that. They had a DJ, and it was really nice little setup in the garden there. And they've got a place where you can walk. They've got a walking path, so you can do that too. So they've got a lot of different things, and they do a special thing on Christmas. They have a huge Christmas tree in the courtyard there, and they do a big lighting ceremony where they have a big they have a wet bar and all that. I think I mentioned that in another video. But yeah, they do special things, special events where if you live in a house or an apartment, you probably aren't going to get those amenities or those special little things that happen during the year. It's all part of an association, and most owners that rent to you will pay those association dues. And what those association fees cover is a lot of things that you might have to pay for yourself if you are renting or owning a house or in an apartment. One of the things that's really handy is spraying for pests. So I have them come up here every 2 weeks and spray for roaches to keep the roaches away. That's one of the things they'll do. They'll recharge your fire extinguisher for free. They do a lot of small maintenance here that would generally cost you if you live somewhere else. Now, your landlord or your owner of the house, if you're renting, they may cover those charges too, but I would check to make sure before you moved in to make sure that they cover, maybe fire extinguisher charging or bug spraying or things like that. If they don't, then that's going to be on you. You're going to have to pay for those charges. But here with the association fee that my owner pays, it's all free to me. I get all those little extras, maintenance, and it kind of goes along with the association fees. It's all part of that. But they'll they'll do maintenance. They come in here and they'll test the smoke detectors, and they'll test the sprinkler system, and they'll test the water, the water pressure. And they came to me the other day, or a couple months ago, I guess it was. They said, "Oh, your water usage is higher than normal. Can we check?" And so they checked, and they found out that my tank in my toilet was leaking. It wasn't leaking out of the floor, but it was just leaking through the normal drainage. So it wasn't sealing completely when it flushed. So I went out and bought a new plunger, which my owner reimbursed me for, and then they came in and installed it, and they did that for us. So they did that for nothing. I didn't get charged for any of that. So if your landlord is a good landlord, maybe they'll do that for you. But here in condos, it's guaranteed that they'll do that small maintenance for you. So, and then finally, location. What I like about condos, it's generally located in a city, and so you're close to a lot of the things that you need, like grocery stores and malls, and just restaurants and bars and whatever you like to do, parks. And so like here in BGC, I walk outside my condo and there's a nice little green area. I can walk in the shade, and then before you know it, I'm at the mall. I'm at SM Mall, or I can get to Market, or I can walk down to High Street or High Street South, or go to Forbestown, and I'm really close to those places. I can walk there in 10 minutes to get to all those places. The only place that's a little farther is Uptown. It's on the other end of BGC, so it takes me about 15, 20 minutes to walk up there. So still not bad. I mean, that's an easy walk. So the location is great for condos, and you can find, especially here in BGC, you can find condos wherever you want to locate. If you want to be close to Forbestown Road, then you can there's condos all along there that you can get, or really close by. If you want to be close to SM Aura, or want to be close to High Street, then there's condominiums that you can get, like Surrendra or Tryon, or some of those condos really close to those locations. You like Uptown Mall or Uptown Parade with the clubs and stuff. There's condos up there. There's tons of condos up there that you can go to and live, and be really convenient for you as far as location is concerned. So those are my big ones. Those are the big ones for me. That's why I like condo living. And you get to meet your neighbors a little bit. So it's probably not like a neighborhood, so to speak. It's probably not to that degree where you're outside on your porch and your neighbor's on the porch too, or maybe you're in an apartment that's right next to another apartment and you see your neighbor all the time. It's not necessarily like that, but these functions that they have throughout the year here at my condo gives me the opportunity to meet my neighbors and to meet other people here in the tower. And also, just trips up and down the elevator, you strike up a conversation. I met my neighbor the other day, and she's a website designer. So, I told her that what I did, and so I'm going to try to work out a collaboration with her so we can work together, because I want to launch my website here pretty soon too. So there's always those opportunities to meet people, and that's kind of why I like condo living, and I like it in BGC. But that's how it is. That's how I like it. And let me know in your comments below. I know a lot of people will be completely against condo living, and that's fine. To each his own. There might be a point down the road where I'll move into a house or something like that. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I've got a few months to figure it out until this lease is up, and I got to decide then in October whether I want to renew or move or what I want to do. But yeah, put in the comments below what you think, and I appreciate all your listening and watching the videos. And I'm close to 7,000 subscribers now. Never thought I would get that high in this short of time. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you can watch this video right up here, and it will tell you more about living in BGC. And mabuhay, my friend. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.